readers, I'm Jessie Quinn from Cup of Books, and today I'm going to be doing the Wondrous Words Tag. Cue intro. This might be the first video I'm posting to this channel where I'm not holding a cup or a book, and yeah, it feels weird. This tag was created by Incredibly Deadly Viper, and I was tagged by Danielle from One Small Paw. I highly recommend checking out Danielle's channel, one of my favorite booktubers by far, and I'm not just saying that because Danielle was the first person to ever tag me. What is your favorite word? My favorite word is audacity, which is a noun that means a willingness to take bold risks or rude or disrespectful behavior. What is your least favorite word? I particularly don't like the word blather, B-L-A-T-H-E-R. To blather is to talk long-windedly about a subject without making much sense. Blather just sounds awful. Are there any words you find offensive beyond all other words? If so, which? I find slurs really offensive when they're used in derogatory ways to dehumanize and humiliate people. For instance, I absolutely can't stand the N-word, the F-word that is used against folks who are LGBTQ, the C word, which is used against mostly women. There's a lot of words out there that hurt people, including words that a lot of people don't even realize may hurt. A few years back, the LGBT Resource Center at UC Davis did a really fantastic campaign about words that hurt and why. I'm posting links in the underworld if you want to check out those posters. What is an idea, feeling, or concept that does not have a word in your language but should? I'm so excited I actually thought of something. I would really like it if there was a word that described relationships that were somewhere between platonic and romantic. To my knowledge, there isn't a word in the English language for that. Is it worse for a writer to be painfully minimalistic or unnecessarily wordy? I think both can be painful to read in their own ways, but I'm going to go with unnecessarily wordy because that means there's a lot more words to get through. Whereas when a writer is painfully minimalistic, at least there's not many words to read, so even if it annoys you, you're going to get through the book a lot quicker. What, in your opinion, is the most powerful word? I got nothing. And what, in your opinion, is the most meaningless word? I think I'm gonna go with love and hate, even though I'm sure everyone and their sibling has already given that answer. Talk a little about a book that you've liked that's been translated from another language into your own. What have I read that's been translated? I'm kind of fond of The Divine Comedy by Dante, which was originally written in Italian. Although I will say the only book I really loved was Inferno. The rest are just sort of bleh, because it goes through purgatory and paradise and talks about all the nice people in heaven, and that's not interesting at all. The other book is A Woman in Berlin by Anonymous. It's a real-life diary of a German woman who lived in Eastern Berlin when the Russians occupied it at the end of World War II. It has a lot of first-person accounts of rape, which makes it a very difficult read, but I'm really glad I read it. What is some slang used in your country/area that you haven't heard much of elsewhere? For a while I lived in Northern California, and a lot of people use the word hella there. I never quite got into saying hella, but a lot of people use it. It's not necessarily a Californian thing, but my friends and I also say folks a lot because it's gender neutral. It just rolls off the tongue. Discuss a saying or idiom that is a particular favorite of yours. You can blame my mom and my grandmother for both of these, but I tend to say hold your horses a lot and buckle down. Hold your horses is a way of saying slow down, calm down, don't overthink, don't get ahead of yourself. To buckle down means to stop procrastinating and get the work done that you need to get done. Since this is a tag video, I'm going to go ahead and tag a few people, but because I'm lazy, I'm just going to go ahead and post a list right here-ish of everyone I'm tagging. But I highly encourage anyone who wants to do this tag to go ahead and do it. We've reached the end of this video!